This is the Energy Shift Show podcast, where we talk about spirituality and how to live your best life today. All it takes is a shift in perception. Hello, beautiful souls. Deb here, and I'm so excited you're joining me for today's show. As CEO of the Harmonic Sovereignty Studio, my goal with the podcast is to motivate you by sharing insights and also take you along as I speak to knowledgeable people that I have found inspiring to me throughout my years as an energy medicine practitioner and intuitive guide. I cover topics that I'm passionate about, all things under my 3 pillars of attune, anchor, and amplify. Attune into your energy and your inner wisdom to gain clarity on what truly matters for your passion in life and your well-being. Anchoring grounds your insights with practical tools and daily rituals that support sustainable, soul-aligned growth. And amplifying, well, that elevates your impact and vitality by expanding your energy, sharing your gift, and creating lasting change from a place of alignment. Now listen up for this exciting episode to begin. I will read the disclaimer. This podcast and the topics discussed stem from my own curiosity and desire to learn and should never be taken as direct medical advice. I am not a doctor, dietitian, nor any other medical professional. Please always consult your trusted provider regarding your health and your wellness. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Energy Shift Show. I'm your host, Deb Sodergren. So today I want to talk about something that's been close to my heart as far as my personal wellness. Not the perfect morning routine as far as wellness goes, but just what I've been doing lately to change things up. So not the do this cleanse for 7 days and your life will change kind of wellness. I'm talking about the kind of wellness that's real, the kind that meets you where you are, the kind that honors the truth that wellness isn't a one-size-fits-all. Even though social media makes it sound like it when you're scrolling through your phone at night and looking at what everybody has to offer. And I'm going to share what I'm doing differently for myself right now and what I've been learning and the tools that I'm using to make the choices based for my body, not someone else's highlight reel. That's the key thing with this. So if you spent any time online, I'm sure that you have seen do this detox, or try this cleanse, or this workout is the best workout for women over 50. The other one that I see a lot of is cut these foods and you'll feel amazing. And here's the thing. Some of these suggestions, they might be helpful for someone. But the part that often gets left out is the body is not a generic template. Your nervous system, your hormones, your mineral status, your gut health, your sleep quality, your stress load, and even your environment, all of these create a completely unique internal landscape for where you are in your wellness. Oh, and it shifts depending what your age is, especially for a woman. So if you're trying to follow a plan that worked for somebody else, and it's not working for you, I want you to hear this clearly. You're not broken. You're not failing. You're just uniquely you. And the more I've leaned into this truth for myself, the more that I've realized something that's really, really important. There is a lot of information out there, but information without self-knowledge becomes noise and distraction and rabbit holes. So I want to talk about the missing piece. The missing piece is the biometrics that nobody's talking about. Here's the question that I've been asking myself. If I don't know what my own biometrics are, how will I know exactly what my body needs? Because detox is a big word. Detox from what? And do I have the mineral reserves, the cellular energy, and the organ support to detox safely? Even exercise, sometimes we all agree is good, can be too much for the body if your system isn't ready for it, if it's already depleted. So for me, wellness has shifted from what's the newest protocol that everybody's hyping up to what is my body asking for right now? And that's where testing and tracking have become a game changer for me. Not to obsess, not to control, but to listen with more clarity to what my body needs. So I'd like to share with you a few tools that I'm using right now that are helping me personalize my wellness. There's a company out there called Alter Me, and they do a kit. One of the tools that I'm using. I like it because it supports me in getting more personalized insight and guidance so that I'm not guessing. What I've noticed is that when I have a clearer picture of what's happening in my body, I make better decisions with less anxiety and more confidence. Another one is the EUI Life Minerals and Metals Test. That's the other one that I'm using. This has been eye-opening because minerals are foundational. They impact your energy, your sleep, your mood, how you detox in your pathways, and so much more. And the metals, they can quietly create stress in your system. So instead of throwing random supplements at the wall or down my pie hole, I'm focusing on understanding what my body actually needs so that it'll work with my body. Another tool that I'm using is the fix the cell to get well approach that Dr. Pompa uses in his testing. I love the premise. If the cell isn't well, the body can't fully thrive. And I believe that. This has helped me zoom in and look at wellness from a deeper root cause level, not just symptom management, right? So I've done a few of these, well, all of these tests that I've talked about, I've done them. And for me, what they gave me was clarity and knowledge to understand my body better and also confirm some things that I had an intuition hit on that I thought, maybe, I feel this way and I think I'm right, but let me just do some kind of test to make sure it's right. And for me, that has worked. I'm just sharing information that has worked for me, sharing it with you, my viewers, just to give you the confidence to go out there, and when you find a test and it's resonating with you, you're feeling the draw to do the test, do the test. Get the information you need for yourself right now in your wellness. So let's talk about movement. Everybody seems to have an opinion about, oh, you should walk for this length and you should definitely, ride a bike, do the Peloton. Everybody has an opinion on what to do, join a gym, all of that. And for me, it's become white noise and I can't figure out what's the best exercise for me. So by doing some of these tests, what I found out about myself are the things that are best for my body at this 6.0 time in my life. I say 6.0 because I'm now in my 6th decade. And my body responds differently to the things that I used to put in my body that always worked for my body. The things that I did for exercise worked for my body then, and now all of a sudden I've plateaued or I'm not getting the results that I'm looking for. So I just want to share with you that it's not only internally what's going on, but it's the external of what's going on also. And so getting a full picture of the whole thing makes me feel informed to know what's best for my body right now, because none of us are the same. No two people are exactly the same. Twins have shown that they are identical, but they are not exactly the same. So here's a few ways that I've been moving my body more and doing it differently. I've been exploring exercise that feels supportive instead of pushing. And here's two things that I'm using that I'm really enjoying. The first one is a rebounder, and the second one is a vibrational plate. Now I'm going to be creating Deb's favorite things, and when it's created, I'll get it down here into the show notes. But for now, I'm going to share with you what I've been using. I'm not an affiliate. I'm not getting a kickback. I'm just sharing the tools that have worked for me. And they have been the rebounder and a vibrational plate. These have been great options for me because they feel easily accessible, they energize me, and they're easier on my systems than some other workouts that I used to force myself to do. And I have to say this very, very gently. If you've been trying to push through workouts that leave you depleted, it may not be a discipline problem. It just might be the wrong exercise for you. It might be a fit problem. The other thing is using AI for my workouts and also for my meal plans that match me in what my body wants. That's been a real game changer for me. I'm going to be doing a bike trip coming up in a few months. And so I put into AI, give me a 12-week program. I'm riding a stationary bike now, but I'm going to be using an electric bike on my trip. Can you please build me out a plan and support me with these other tools that I'm using? And this is the way I want to be eating. And of course, AI spit it right back at me and gave me my plan. So I didn't have to figure it out for myself. In essence, I let the brain go ahead and figure it out for me so that all I had to do was just implement it. One thing I do know about myself is any coaching program I've done or any mastermind or group thing I've done, if you give me direction, I follow through. I just need somebody to tell me what to do and I'll do it. It's been the same thing with my business. I have a marketing background. I'm really good at doing marketing for other people's businesses, but when it comes to myself, I really struggle with marketing myself to you guys. So I get coaches and I get support to help me along the way to make sure that I'm being of service to you all. So using the AI for workouts has been a game changer for me. Let's see, I have some notes here, so let me just check out my notes and make sure that I'm giving you all the deets on all the stuff. I know some of you have listened to my previous recordings, and the feedback has been, oh, I would love to see your face on your podcast instead of just listening. So I'm doing it differently, and I'm showing up for you all. So I listened to your comments. That's the important thing I wanted to share with you. I also went to a mastermind group for a conference for 3 days, and I learned a lot about things that were changing in the industry there. And what I also learned was being on camera, showing that I'm a real person is exactly what you're looking for. Because a lot of you are searching online, as I have, and what we're finding is AI has created fake people to sell products. So I'm not fake. It's really me. Sorry, I don't have my water with me right now. Okay. So the whole AI thing, it's not about being perfect. It's about being in alignment. And that's the word that keeps coming back up to me, alignment. So the deeper message is all about finding what your sovereignty in wellness is. Here's what I want you to take away from this episode. Wellness is personal. And the goal isn't to copy somebody else's protocol. The goal is to become the kind of person who can trust herself again, to learn your signals, to understand what your baseline is, and to get curious instead of critical, to choose tools that support your body's truth. That, my friend, is sovereignty. And it's one of the most loving things that you can give yourself. So if this episode resonated, here's your next step. Pick one area to personalize this week, whether it's your sleep, your movement, finding out what your minerals are, finding out what your stress levels are, or your food. Looking at your food to see if maybe it's your food that's affecting your mood and your sleep patterns. Commit to learning your body's signals instead of following a one-size-fits-all plan. And if you want to explore the tools that I mentioned, I made it really simple. For my movement and wellness favorites, like the rebounder and the vibrational plate, visit my Amazon page. I'm going to put the link in the show notes. Just be patient with me. For the testing and the biometric tools, Alter Me, EUI Life Minerals and Metals Testing, and Dr. Pompa Fix the Cell to Get Well test, you can go to my harmonicsovereignty.com website, and I'm going to put the links to those items in there. Plus, I'm going to stick them here in the show notes. If you want to take this even deeper with me, you can also download my free energy audit toolkit to find out what's draining you and what jazzes you up. Or you can book a seeker session with me from my Harmonic Sovereignty website. Finally, if you're still listening right now and you're ready to stop guessing and start aligning, send me a message or comment the word ready down below. You deserve wellness. Wellness that energizes you, not exhausts you. So, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode and it aligned with your frequency and the goal of living your best life, you can connect with me at harmonicsovereignty.com or debbiesodegren.com. Check out my YouTube channel, Debbie Sodegren. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Harmonic Sovereignty Studio. I invite you to send me your questions or comments or just say hello on social media or email me at debbiesodegren@gmail.com. And remember, a shift in perception is sometimes all it takes for you to up your frequency. Until next time.